Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought why not make a video of things I find chic. I've seen so many people do a video like this and I thought why not just jump on the bandwagon and figure out things that I find chic. So the first thing is makeup or beauty items. Having your nails done and well kept. Like my nails look a bit awful right now, but having them like done, like painted and just like maybe looking good with like clear polish even, I think that's so chic. Also having like your toenails done, I think that's also really chic. I always forget my toenails because I don't really show my feet to that many people, so I don't really paint them that often, but having them done, I find that really chic. Also being able to wear sheet masks. I feel like sheet mask is kind of a waste of money. It's just like one and done, so I don't understand the money in it, but I just think having a sheet mask on is really chic, even though I don't do it myself. So if you do it, I find you really chic. Chanel, the brand itself, just like makeup of Chanel, I find that chic. Like people using Chanel makeup, that's so chic. The brand itself, it just screams chicness, so I find that really chic. Rollers, having hair rollers on and drinking your cup of coffee or tea in the morning, reading a book while you just like relax and have your hair rollers in, I find that quite chic. Having a skincare routine, taking care of yourself, doing your skincare, that is extremely chic. Applying lip products in public, I find that extremely chic, but that might be just because I hate doing that. I always felt too like girly when applying lip products in public or any makeup in public, but specifically like lipstick or lip gloss. So I always like hated doing it, and I will leave my lips like crusty because I feel so awkward and like, I don't know, uncomfortable putting on lip products in public. So if someone does that, I find it so chic, especially if they like take out their like compact mirror and like apply their lip liner and lip gloss, and I just find that so chic. Random things I find chic. I didn't really know where to put any of these under a category, so here we are. Having a signature scent, I would say that's really chic. Having a scent that everyone just recognizes as yours and something that's personal to you, I find that really chic. Also, in the topic of scents, like having scents from places that you have traveled. I read this book called King of Envy, and the female character had a perfume from all the places that she went to, and she kind of just went to that moment at that place when she smelled that perfume, and that in itself, I just think that's so cool, being able to think of a place where you've traveled, and when you just smell that, you just have all those like memories come back, and that's so chic and cool. Standing on theme with the perfume, signature home scent, that's also quite chic. I just love that like cozy, I guess clean smell when it comes to a house and just myself in general, so that's definitely something I love. And being able to also smell a scent like when you're out and about and think that reminds me of someone's house or a specific person, that's quite chic. Mastering something specific to one, that could be anything. I just like you mastering something that you love and enjoy and are interested in itself, I find that really chic. For example, like standing on theme again, knowing about perfumes to a deep level, I find that so chic. Like learning about the perfume, the chemical structure of the ingredients in it, or the notes that fit and how they work, like knowing about all those things, I find that so chic. Engraved personalized items, it could be a compact mirror or a makeup bag where you just have your initials on it, or it could just be a compact mirror where you have like designed your own design or customized it to your personal like things you love. I've seen so many compact mirrors with like seashell designs, and I really just want to design my own compact mirror. I think that's so chic, and it's such a like main character trait as well, like something you've designed yourself and like DIY'd to like carry around. That's so chic. Drinking coffee or tea out of a wine glass, I think that's so chic. I did not think of this myself. I saw it in one of those like things I find chic videos, and when I heard this I just thought the same thing, and like that's so cool to use a wine glass to drink something. Like I don't drink alcohol, so I don't even have wine glasses at home, but just having a wine glass to drink your morning cup of coffee or tea, sitting outside in a balcony and just with your face mask on relaxing, that's so like chic. Having a signature mug, I find that chic. This is just like a basic mug, and I really want my own signature mug because I drink so much coffee and tea every day. So like having my own, I find that really chic. Also, something I just thought of while making my tea was olives. I don't know why, but I just find olives so chic in some way. Carrying a notebook with you, I find that chic. Like having those Louise Common notebooks or just any notebook, and being able to journal everywhere, in a train, in a plane, or wherever you go. Like sitting down and just relaxing and writing in your notebook, that's so cheap. Or like sketching, I've seen people sketch and I really want to learn how to sketch because I find that so cool. But also chic, that being able to just sit somewhere and sketch a building or write your thoughts and ideas or whatever you have in mind to write down. I find that really chic. Enjoying time alone, going on a solo date to a cafe, I find that really chic. This is something I really struggle at myself. I love being alone at home, but like when it's out and about and being alone, I'm really scared for some reason and I get really nervous about that. So being able to do that, I think that's really chic. Especially at a cafe, that just screams chic to me. Okay, another thing I struggle at, having a large vocabulary and not using like and yeah, just like dragging out, and that's something I do as well. This is probably something I've said in the video so many times and in my other videos, but I'm really trying to change my vocabulary in those like filler words. I use a lot of filler words when I speak, which is kind of comforting, but it's also like important to have a larger vocabulary. I guess being able to know your thoughts better and just speak in a more mannered way, if you could say that. These can kind of go hand in hand, but I find intelligence so chic. So being smart, having an education, those things are something I find really chic. And specifically things where you can be like really nerdy, I find that chic. Like being able to just get really into, it could be like literature or just science, chemistry, biology, just being so nerdy in that sense and knowing a lot about a specific thing that you find really interesting. Like I said before, but like having an education, I find that chic. I think that's one of the most chicest things you could do. Not trying to be chic is also chic, which says a lot because I'm making this video and you're watching this video, so we're definitely trying in some way, I guess, to be chic. Jazz music, I find jazz music really chic. I don't know why I find jazz music chic, but when I think of jazz, I just think that it's one chic thing. Also going to like a jazz club and listening to jazz music, that's so chic for some reason. Reading a book in a coffee shop or just outside, going in a park, a beach, sitting down and reading a book. Hobbies. Having hobbies is a really chic thing to do, especially at a time like this where we are all doom scrolling and watching TikToks, Instagram constantly and not really doing anything other than just laying in bed. Something I do a lot. Having a hobby is extremely chic. Just having something that you find fun, a way to just get away from being on your phone 24/7. I think that's quite chic. I don't have that many hobbies. I think one of my biggest hobby is reading, and even that I use my phone or iPad sometimes to read on, so I don't really get that much away from my phone or electronics in general. But I'm trying to not use too much of electronics and being on my phone constantly. Minimal or no use of generative AI like ChatGPT. I find that really chic. I'm a person that is really trying so hard, and I know that sounds so weird to say that, but I really want to be able to not use chat at all And for the longest time, I was like, I can use it. Like, it's fine if I'm using ChatGPT. Like, I can also do this without using chat, you know? But then there's a point where it feels so addictive to just like search it on chat because it's so easier. Instead of like searching it on Google and trying to figure out what you searched for. So using ChatGPT was just so much easier, but it's so bad for the planet. There's so many damaging things when it comes to chat and generative AI. So being able to not use them, I think that's so chic, and I really want to be a person that does not use any of them, and I'm working towards that slowly but surely, and hopefully soon I can be able to not use it. And like I said, it's so weird, like we used to not use it at all, but it's so much easier just to like search it on chat. But even when you search on Google, it's so annoying that you have to write -AI before you search something, because or else the like Google AI thing will like come up. So annoying. Why can we just not have it everywhere? So like trying to minimalize chat and generative AI fully and not use it at all is one of the things I'm really trying to focus on. Dainty tattoos. I find those really chic. I think just having those like tattoos on your body is quite chic. Using a digital camera, I find that really chic. Just able to taking photos, a lot of photos. I don't really take that many photos. That's one thing I don't do. I try to like I'm always in the moment and I always forget to take photos, or I feel like it's a bit awkward taking photos. So I wish I could be someone that takes more photos. And one thing I realized while making this like things I find chic list is a lot of these things is something I wish I did. And that's kind of ironic because I find these things chic, but I don't do any of them. Or I do some of them, but I don't really like do a lot of them. And it's something I would like to be as a person. So I think being chic is also something you want to achieve as who you are in a weird way. I don't know. What's your opinion on that, guys? I find gold hoops chic. I'm wearing gold hoops, but I mean the smaller ones. I like giant hoops like these. These are not giant. But big hoops, thick hoops, I love those. Dainty bracelets, toe rings, anklets, rings, necklaces, just constantly having jewelry on. I find that really chic. I'm a person that tries that, especially with this thing I never take off, and just being able to like identify someone with they always have this jewelry on. I think that's quite chic. Simple watches, I find those small watches quite chic. Fitted pants, those trousers that you wear to like the office, work, you know, those like specific pants, I found those quite chic. I love those. I want to have like so many of them. Making sound, it could be high heels, charms, anklets, just a way when you walk or go somewhere, people know that it's you. I think that's quite chic. Like, I always remember when I was younger, every time that like one specific teacher that wore like high heels would walk in, you would know it's them. And I find that so chic, being able to know, okay, this is the teacher or this is the person that's walking by with those high heels. And just being comfortable making sound. I felt so uncomfortable, like being able to be here. Like I just wanted to hide myself every time in a classroom or somewhere, and it feels so awkward, you know, when you have to like zip up your pencil case and it's like quiet, and I'll do it so slowly because I'm so scared people will look at me and know I'm doing it. I'll be so silent. Also remember in my 9th grade exam, I was sitting at the exam hall with everyone was there, right? The whole of like 9th grade was there. And I was so scared to like cough because I would make too much sound. And that issue was also in high school. Like I was so scared to like cough, and I was just dying inside because I couldn't cough at all, and I was so scared of making that sound that people would look at me. And now I'm really comfortable with making sound and talking. Well, maybe not talking, but making sound by just staying here. Like with my charm bracelet, I've slowly started like making more sound. On my bangles, I love bangles and I think they're so chic as well. But just being able to make that like sound when you walk or just do something and being seen, I guess, in that way, I find that really chic. Long coats, I find long coats extremely chic. I don't know why I find long coats chic, but it just gives me that like business vibe when someone is wearing long coats. keeping candle jars, food storage, or like unique storage items. I've started storing my bangles and bracelets on like a wine bottle because I saw it on Pinterest, and then I just found a wine bottle we had at home and put it on. It's filled with wine, but just being able to like store things that way, or like having a teacup with your rings, that's quite chic. And just like having like a tennis racket or like a dartboard with like your earrings and your necklaces and stuff, I find that so chic. Like unique storage items like that, that's so cool. So guys, that's everything I find chic, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any things that you specifically consider chic, please do comment them down below. And do you disagree with some of the things I find chic, maybe? Because it's quite personalized, like what do we find chic in general. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!